What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts here, back in the house with another reaction of The Sopranos. This here is season 5 episode 3, and I hope you guys are paying attention because we're about to do something great. I don't know what that is yet, but I think it's gonna be great. Anyways, I'm diving into these episodes, man. As a matter of fact, I'm diving in pretty early, you know what I'm saying, to get an early start on the weekend of my reactions. Hopefully I can get the Sopranos episode out to you guys early enough so you guys will be ready on the 29th. Okay, so it's going good so far. 2 episodes in, and I'm already like, what's going to happen now? What is this family going to be dealing with this season? We've already established certain things. I don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people said season 5 is their favorite Sopranos season. So I have high expectations because of you guys. I really do have high expectations for this season. So I'm looking forward to seeing. So far, so good. But we all know that the Sopranos seasons usually they start to take they start to form of what the season is about somewhere around the middle episodes by 6 or 7 or so. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to go ahead and watch this season early access is available for you guys to go and sign up for on my original channel, Terabyt Reacts. You can go over there, sign up for the membership. Link is down in the description. It's only $2 a month. I know some people don't like the fact that I say this or whatever the situation is, but I really don't care because it's really up to you. You don't have to do it, okay? You don't, okay? You don't have to do it. This is not me begging or anything like that. For all I care, you guys don't have to do it. It's still your choice. It's still your money. If you want to support on this channel, if you want to show some love, that's a way that you can show it. Okay, that's a way. The like button is always there. That's always another way that you can show love to the channel and the content that we try to provide for you guys. And yes, we may be reacting, and yes, we don't own The Sopranos, or I don't own The Sopranos or whatever, but I'm giving my perspective on it and my critique on what the show is all about, and giving my perspective on what I feel like the show is about and all of that stuff. And not everybody's perspective is going to be the same. Yes, I'm watching the show, it's entertainment and I'm enjoying it and all that good stuff, but for the most part I try to provide a perspective of me watching the show and what I think of the areas that they touch on in this show. So highly appreciate you guys. However you choose to sow love, that's all good too. You know, YouTube is taking away the dislike button for some reason. I'm not really with that side of the crowd who thinks that there shouldn't be a dislike button. They said there's still a dislike button, but they're taking away the dislike count, I think it is. So it's like there's this psychological thing going on with creators that see dislike counts. Like, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's just like I know that there's 1 or 2 or 3 people out there that it's not gonna like your content. Not everybody's gonna like your content, and I don't mind if people actually show and express that. What I usually tell people to do, if you're gonna dislike my content, at least tell me a reason why you dislike the content. It might help me to be better. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I ask. You still have the choice not to do it, but I would rather you give me some constructive criticism so that I can be better. Tell me what I did wrong. What did you disagree with? We can have a discussion. It's not a problem. Anyways, guys, let's jump into the episode 3, and I will see you guys for the review.
Some coffee.
Where's your dirties?
I'll get them. What? I don't know. It's hard seeing you like this.
What, working? With a real job? It's like I've been telling Feech, it's been a long, strange trip.
Feech. Anyway, so look at a draw that shit. Could have just as easily been me that went away. When I was gonna be there that night of the hijack.
It ain't like you came away totally unscathed.
No, a couple of goons jumped me and cut my head open. I couldn't go. Still,
It could have killed you. You ended up in the ER.
that's 16 stitches. You got 15 years.
You always were a lucky fuck.
Well, that's not completely true. I got other sorrows in my life. Like him, for example.
Can I trust you if I talk to you frankly about him?
What are you doing?
I gotta make a stop. What the fuck you doing?
Excuse me?
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trimming a lawn.
My nephew does the lawns in this neighborhood.
I've been working this neighborhood for 26 years.
Are you fucking deaf? I said my nephew has this area. Gary LaManna.
Fuck off, huh? I'm busy here.
Want me to fuck off? How about I fuck off all over your stupid fucking face? You fucking mutt, huh? You don't work this neighborhood!
Christ, we're on parole. What the fuck you doing?
Friday, we have fish. If you're Catholic, so that's nice.
Sounds like the Ritz.
You gotta see her, Aunt Mary. She's the belle of the ball over there. Here, man. Rest those dogs. Hey, what's going on? Nobody cutting the lawn?
Oh, Maron. Mr. Vitro, the gardener. Somebody beat him up, broke his arm.
God forbid.
Sal Vitro? Who beat him up?
Some men in a Cadillac. He was mowing a lawn on Kimball Street. Man said he didn't want him in the neighborhood.
Poor Sal, what a nice man he is. He put my garbage cans out every time he cut my grass.
What's his name, Aunt Mary?
Salvatore Vitro.
Ah, the guy that beat him up.
Man came by and said he was gonna cut the lawns. I said, no, I want Mr. Vitro.
Yeah, Gary LaManna landscape.
Do you know him?
He just goes. I'll straighten it out.
Phil, hey. I was just thinking about you. Those Islander tickets, right?
How about this humidity?
Oh!
Guys, please, whatever this is, shut up.
2 times you were told to kick up the fucking Johnny Sack. And what do, huh? You kick up to little Carmine?
Paper.
No! Little Carmine, he was my father's friend! Billy! Joey, look! Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll pay you, okay? I'll do anything you want. I'll suck your cock, okay? All of you guys.
Suck our cocks.
Yeah!
She any good?
No.
And what am I asking you for? You probably showed her how.
Shut up.
Please, guys, relax. This'll muffle the shot. Adios, you fucking skank. Hey, look at this, Joey. Today's a lucky day. Only made it to the R's. Next time. There'll be no next time. Come on.
Take as long as you like, no rush.
Damn.
By Times crossword and Agnes here will get you anything you need. Thanks, Mel. So how's it being home, Angelo? Enjoying living with your daughter?
It's like paradise. I eat like a pharaoh. I got my own room, cable TV.
I have cable.
My grandson, he asked me, he says, how come he never met his grandpa before? I said, because grandpa's been in special forces. First he was afraid of me. I said, come on, we'll get some ice cream, we'll go to the park, it'll be
Well,
nice.
anyway, here we all are.
Right. I call you boys because Lorraine calls me and she said, there's a situation in our family that's gotten out of hand with John and little Carmine.
This fucking Johnny. He wouldn't even let the maggots get on Carmine before he's telling me to kick up direct to him.
Problem's Carmine never named a successor. And we all assumed to be Johnny because the son's down in Miami at the discos and whatnot.
He's grabbing with both hands, John. This could get ugly. There's a lot of potential for bloodshed.
Potential? They almost killed us.
Jason, men are talking here.
Now, you're close to John. You have any ideas?
What are you asking him for? He never even had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Your point being what, Junior?
Well, forget it. He's just breaking balls. Anyway, one thought I had in the interest of harmony. Maybe there could be a power sharing situation.
The Sopranos have two bosses.
That's not all it's cracked up to be, believe you me.
Let's not get into that right now.
It's not all it's cracked up
What I was thinking was three bosses, a triumvirate thing, like Caesar. Little Carmine, Johnny, and you.
I'm retired.
You were Carmine's consigliere for over 30 years. If it wasn't for that little construction beef down in Yonkers, it'd be you running that family today.
Things happen how they happen.
Think about it. Doesn't have to be 9 to 5. You can still take your grandson to the park. If things get heavy, you're just another voice to weigh in. And John still does better financially than he ever did under Carmine.
My wife at this point. She's got me thinking about going to the cops.
What are you talking about? Where you from?
I don't know what to do.
You got friends, don't you?
You know I always steered clear of stuff.
What stuff? I talk to the guys here. Get you back your stops. I know him.
Yeah?
So you give me a token. I don't know, couple percent.
Thanks, Paul.
What can I do for you, Paul?
I got a guy. I think you may have run into him. Guy the name of Sal Vitro. Does my aunt's grass. He says your nephew's moving into his neighborhood, Franklin Parkway.
His neighborhood?
He's been working there since back when I lived there even. Anyway, I'm here putting in a word for the kid. So do me a favor, huh? You and your nephew over there. Lay off.
Hey, this guy.
No.
You know, fucking gardener, Paulie. You cut the hair on your balls, too?
He's in front of my Aunt Mary's.
Which is why you don't belong to nobody.
Oh, what do you know about who belongs to what? You've been away 20 fucking years.
Which entitles me to earn.
Which entitles you to shit. In my book, you get points for staying out of the can.
Good thing for me, then, that your book don't mean ugots to me. What's yours is yours, Paulie, but what ain't is anybody else's. Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Wow. This guy has some serious anger problems.
Hanging in.
Heard you were over there at the Motel 6.
My aunt took the house back. I'm moving in with my cousin at the end of the month.
Is he not making any money from the restaurant?
Look, I mean, you know, if you want, I'm staying over at my mother's and the place is empty. You can bunk with me for a while.
No. Thank you.
I was talking to my cousin, Tony B, and he said it's fucking stupid that we're in the house. I'm telling you, the place is just sitting there. 2 extra bedrooms.
I don't know.
Why not? Honey, we're like brothers. How long are we gonna hold a grudge?
Thanks, Tom. Thank you very much.
Listen, I I gotta talk to you about your linens, you know, the napkins and tablecloths, all that shit. I got something going. I think I can save you like 70%.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Janice. I don't know if Janice has grown on me, or I don't know. I kind of like her attitude this season. Maybe she did grow on me. I kind of like her attitude this season. She's really taking on that mother role, so I got to give her props for that. Being a stepmom or a stepdad is never easy, especially when you don't have kids of your own. So I got to give her props for that. You know what I'm saying? I got to give her props as much as I've never liked her character and the attitude she has. Yeah, more of like a positive attitude this season that is really having her character grow on me a little bit here. So I really do appreciate that. She complaining, which is what parents do. You know what I'm saying? It's what parents do. They complain. You can't take that away from her. She hasn't done anything or said anything egregious to the point where, you know what I'm saying, I was like, there goes Janice, you know. So I gotta stop to give her some love, you know what I'm saying?
So, Anthony.
Maybe motherhood has taught her to be a little bit more chill.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the...
Why do they always say that?
What the hell's with you?
What?
It's not true. I led it in football.
You never played college ball?
College? Those guys from Seton Hall were 7 feet tall, something. Took an academic leave anyway.
Small hands. That was your problem.
Yeah, Daddy always said that.
That's not the point. What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap? The other day you said it.
Yeah, he said it of it.
Kid, you told the girl cousins the same thing. It was very hurtful.
Tony, relax. It's not a big deal.
It's undermined. And it's the kind of stuff I'm teaching my kids not to do. So I don't want to hear it again. End of subject.
And the subject. Junior could give two shits.
Hey.
Is the actor?
I heard on the radio. Looks like the Jets.
They changed the actress for what's her name?
Tickets, big brother?
All I know is you never had the makings.
They
of a
definitely
varsity
changed the actress.
Son of a bitch!
What?
Did I just tell you not to say that again?
Say what?
You don't like the way I talk? Get out of my house.
Here we go. Tony?
Now, Tony, shit. Get your coat. We're leaving.
I don't have a coat.
Well, then get moving, goddammit.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's my last Sunday dinner here. That's what's going on. Angelo Garepi came to see me. Lorraine Caluzzo reached out. Fucking twat. Didn't you fuck her once? Yeah, a million years ago. Was nothing a secret? Obviously, you want to maintain stability, but having a Phil Leotardo smack your shies around, is that the smartest thing?
I gotta nip this little Carmine shit in the bud. Otherwise, I could see a lot of people start fucking around. Power vacuum, the capos buy their time, nobody's sure who to pay, so nobody gets paid.
All right, I hear you.
No one likes that cunt anyway. The problem, she's whacked this one, whacked that one. Never enough body count for Lorraine. Fuck her, let her taste her own medicine.
All right, whatever.
I'll tell you something else. In large measure, I blame you for this shit with little Carmine.
What the fuck did I do?
You legitimized it. Man of your stature goes to Florida to see that schmuck.
All right, come on, huh? We both agree that little Carmine's a fucking asshole. But the fact is he's got a following loyal to his old man.
So?
So, Angelo had an idea. What if he's just floating this to keep the peace?
Mm-hmm.
What if there was a power-sharing situation?
Power sharing.
You all were in charge equally, but no major decisions can be made without a majority of two.
What the fuck?
Hey, this way you're not such a big target for the feds. 3 of the other families have this kind of arrangement.
What's this, the fucking UN now?
Forget I said it.
Fuck that.
So when they say they're not interested, you say, you're not interested in keeping kids off drugs? What, Shabazz?
Nobody want them Turkish taffies.
You push harder. What did I tell you about profit margin?
Where's Johnny? We closed now. Let me talk to Damiano. We rented the hall today. I'm looking for Johnny Soprano, goddammit.
Hey, this here's a church. You can't talk like that in here.
Get out. Go on. We're working here.
I want to see Johnny Soprano.
Ain't no Johnny here.
I'm his brother, dammit. He owns this place.
Hold up now. Back in the day, this was Italian neighborhood. Some fellas had this place here. Kept those vending machines.
Well, ain't no vending machines here no more.
Come on, fool. Go on.
Hello?
It's me.
Schizophrenia, maybe?
He took his car. He didn't call you, did he?
No.
Where the hell is he?
It's like an old woman, Bobby. He's probably gossiping with one of the neighbors. Did you check the Ramirez's next door?
I'm afraid he might have wandered. My grandfather did this.
Maybe you better call Tony.
I can't just dump this on Tony. I gotta find him. I need you to come here in case he comes back.
Bobby, I just can't.
I need your help here. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I think I love Junior more than you do.
What do you want? I'm a friend of Sal Vitro's. My aunt lives on this street.
So?
So I'm guessing Sal Vitro used to do the shot.
A lot of things used to be.
Maybe so. But you're gonna make good on his busted arm.
Oh, yeah? Why am I gonna do that?
Of course, I said so. That's why.
Eat shit, pal.
Why don't you take a walk, huh?
Give me a wallet, you prick. This and the mower's a down payment. By next Tuesday, I want Sal Vitro's whole orthopedics bill paid. Let's call it $1,200. Top of that, from now on, I get 10% of whatever you make in this neighborhood.
You motherfucker!
Shut up, I give you a crack.
It's the most random shit to just... Yo. What am I watching, man?
All right, this meeting today, we're trying to nail down a new contract, and now a Massarone gone. That office park by Troy Hills. Delicious. And this is very important. If any of this shit, if you know Carmine and Johnny comes up, you clam up.
You got it, Tony.
Say nothing, because you say the wrong thing. What?
Tony, it's me. Listen, it's your uncle. He's gone.
You mean he's dead?
No. We think he might have wandered off. You know, I didn't want to call you, but it's been a couple hours now.
Fuck him.
He said he was going to see Johnny. You think he might have met your dad?
What?
He's wandering, Tone.
He can wander off the Palisades for all I care. He's fucking dead to me.
Damn.
What galls me is that before little Carmine went to Florida, I was actually close with him. I was in his wedding party, for Christ's sake. Organized his whole fucking bachelor party. Lesbian show, whores, fucking disgusting. Then when they had that kid with the lung problem, who do you think got him that doctor on Park Avenue?
Water over the dam, huh?
I had no idea you guys were that close.
Close. We were like brothers.
It's a shame then you can't find a way to work things out.
Give me a piece of bread, huh?
Told you not to say
Thought
anything.
about this. Maybe you let him keep Lorraine, and you take a
He
bigger piece
completely
of his
forgot.
If I wasn't worried about Florida, I would move to fucking Miami. You know, it wasn't long ago I remember you used to wait in the car. And as far as I'm concerned, you should still be there.
John, he was just
Fuck,
trying...
he was just. Everybody's got a goddamn opinion.
Tony.
What the fuck did I say?
I'm sorry, T. I just thought
I gotta unfuck with
you just fucked up. Gotta do something nice for Johnny. Like what? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Completely forgot he wasn't supposed to say anything. What is wrong with you?
You gotta understand, this shit between Johnny and little Carmine is bad. The instability. But worse comes to worse, it could work to our advantage.
How?
They fight, we pick up any crumbs from the fallout. The odds are that Johnny will end up on top, but who knows? So keep your ears open and your mouth shut!
Ah. At least he still knows to stay away from the cops. What is he doing?
How you doing? I don't gotta tell you shit.
See some ID, sir?
Fuck you, copper. I know my rights.
Hey, take it easy now.
My car was stolen. I want my lawyer.
What's his name?
Mel.
Okay. Mel what? See, you went out and forgot your shoes. Where do you live?
Belleville.
Sure you don't want to tell me your name? You're not in any trouble or anything.
Corrado Soprano.
Tell you what, sir. Why don't you come and get in the car where it's nice and warm? Try to figure out how to get in touch with your lawyer, all right?
They didn't believe him that he's Corrado Soprano.
Jesus, Uncle June, thank God.
This gentleman reside here, ma'am?
He's my uncle. Can't have you been? We were worried sick.
I need to see some identification.
Okay, I'll get my bag.
His, actually.
Bobby, get Uncle June's wallet. It's upstairs on his dresser. Uncle June, you're freezing.
We found him walking across Clay Street Bridge in Newark.
Newark? Where's your car?
They stole it.
Who stole it?
You know who.
Who stole it? Stole is not a word.
Junior Soprano. Here you go, sir.
Go shit in your hat.
Uncle June, stop. Thank you, officers. Thank you. Uncle June, did you tell Tommy you were going to see my father?
Of course not.
What are you doing? Sit!
I have to use the facilities.
Bobby, go with him.
God damn it, I can piss by myself.
Okay. Okay. I'll open some soup.
You want me some exercise? People give you the goddamn third degree.
And then from nowhere, he cracks the one kid's head with a shovel, and the other one he knocks out of a tree.
He jumped out the tree and come at me with a chainsaw. I got a right to defend myself, Tom.
All right, take it easy. Relax.
He jumped out of the tree.
Since my mom was still working at Kresge's, I should be able to help out a kid from my own neighborhood.
All right, how about this? Vitro and your nephew split the ante. East of Dyer is yours. West of Dyer goes to him. As for the broken arm, I don't give him $500.
I already told the guy 12, D.
But it's fucking compromises in life, Paul. I make it $1,000 for the pain and suffering. Naturally, I want my taste, retroactive. Because this is the first time I've been hearing about any of this.
It's a new venture. My nephew's barely on his feet. I mean, I didn't want to start kicking up and pull it back if it don't work out.
And of course, Vito do your grass too, Tom. No charge.
Remind me to talk to you about that later.
There he is. Salvatore, my boy. How's that pitching out?
It's getting there.
Paul,
Say hello to Mr. Galtieri.
That's my middle name. Paul. So I talked to that guy. Good news. I got you 500 for your arm, and you keep half your area. Half? It could have been nothing. Lucky you know me. West of Die is yours. East belongs to him.
Paulie, my wife's gonna Thank you, Paulie.
Oh, one more thing. You're gonna have to cut a couple of lawns on the common. Some friends of ours.
So how you feeling? But you had a little problem.
What problem?
All right. Your doctor said something different.
Who, Kennedy?
Kennedy's your cancer doctor.
I knew that. You said doctor.
Doesn't even remember the dude.
Take your medicine, Uncle Joe. Make you feel better. Help with your memory.
Believe me, there's plenty I'd like to forget.
Yeah, you and me both. Feech was here.
He came to pay his respects. What's this I hear? You ruled against Feech? He's an important man.
Why's he bitching at you about shit?
I'm still the boss of this family, despite any arrangements. These prairie dogs, they'll sleep during the day.
Look, the doctor said you may not have known what you were saying.
What are you talking about?
The varsity shit. What else did Feech have to say?
Get a new top on his convertible.
Well, let's assume that you didn't know what you were saying, that you forget what you say shit over and over.
Yeah?
Why's it gotta be something mean? Why can't you repeat something good?
There's the coyote.
And don't you love me?
All right, review time. Episode 3, Season 5. It's a great episode. I stopped there to give Janice some props for growing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Growing a bit there. I think they've really kind of turned her character around. Not necessarily turn her into a, quote-unquote good person, but just a lot more tolerable. Not a little bit more, a lot more tolerable. I think what Tony said to her was unwarranted. That's how much I've come around on her character. I think Tony went a little bit too far there. Yes, stuff happened earlier in her life, and trust me, she reminded me so much of Livia when she came into the show. You guys know how much I hate Janice's character. So for me to come around now in season 5 and giving her props of growing, of taking on that motherly role, as I said during that break there, that 5 having to be, what am I talking, what did I say, 5? I think it's the season 5, I guess. Anyways, but taking on the role of a stepmom or a stepdad is always a hard thing. Taking on kids that aren't yours, that you didn't, grow yourself, raise yourself, I should say, it's always a task in itself. And yes, she has the complaints of that as well, but that's the situation you chose. Like, nobody told you to go after Bobby, and this is what it comes with. It comes with his 2 children, so you got to accept that. And she's modeling that as much as she can and trying to handle it. I don't think there's any ulterior motive at this point with her. I'm just giving her some props for not being that annoying character that we've come to know for the past 3 seasons. So it's like, it's just one of those things, right? So next thing I want to talk about this episode was basically the situation that's happening with Carmine passing and Johnny versus Carmine Jr. It's one of those things where you're looking at you and you're like, this could end up being a war, but it doesn't have to. Tony did propose, a situation where, you can have 3 people running the family, and, but then any major decisions that needs to be made, the 3 of them, is got to be like a 2 out of 3 majority vote, right? So propose that to him. Johnny wasn't going to it. Johnny wants to be the leader of the family. He wants to be the boss of the family, because it should be him, because he's been underboss for all of these years. So he's basically second in command. So the boss passes, underboss takes over. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. We also find out in this episode as well that it seems like Junior has been having mini strokes. At first I was thinking that it's schizophrenia. But schizo is more on the crazy rah kind of side of psychological breaks. It's in my opinion, it's a lot more severe and easier to identify than, like, say, Alzheimer's, right? Because Alzheimer's it's a little bit different. They're kind of in the same character, but not really, because they're both like brain related chronic diseases. So it's like it's weird, right? So it's weird. That's why I always get them mixed up, because schizo is the 2 of them are different, but they're both brain damage kind of stuff. So they were thinking Alzheimer's, but then it turns out he was having mini strokes, which I believe. I'm not no doctor, so don't quote me on this. Just off the top of my head, of things that I know, I'm being around people that have had this before. Okay, I think that mini strokes is a symptom of Alzheimer's. I might be wrong, or it is a symptom of schizophrenia. I don't know which one it is, but it's probably one of them. I don't know. They didn't exactly say what the diagnosis of what he has is. They just said he's been having all these mini strokes, having memory loss, especially short-term memory loss. And that's why I came to the conclusion that it might be schizophrenia, which I should have said Alzheimer's, because that's the correct thing that I know that is a symptom of. So I get those kind of mixed up sometime. You guys out there might have a better knowledge of the difference between these 2. I've been around people who have schizophrenia. I've been around people who have bipolar. I've been around people who have Alzheimer's as well, and all these other different brain diseases. I've been around people who have these and see how they behave. I've only lived with one, but I've been around people who have these. I've only lived with one of those conditions before. Not me for myself, but I've lived like in my household. So, and that was not an easy it's not easy, especially dealing with the person who has it. What am I saying? No, two of them actually. Now that I actually think about it, I've lived with somebody with bipolar, and bipolar disorder, and I've also lived with somebody who has Alzheimer's as well. So, and I see the actions, man. I see the actions. So it was kind of surprising to me. I was like, I was asking myself, is there something wrong with Junior? Because it just seems very out of character, especially for the fact that Tony said, "Listen, stop saying that. Why you gotta say that?" And Junior always responds to Tony when he says stuff like that, especially the fact that they were doing this at Junior's house. So that kind of surprised me as well. I was like, well, no, something is wrong here. But it turns out, you know what I'm saying, he was wandering out in the middle of the night or whatever. But this will save him from having any kind of retrial of anything. They you know what I'm saying, like, now they actually, gonna think, because it was a mistrial based on the jury tampering, and they were trying to find out who they tampered with, and talk to the juror that committed the felony, because jurors are not supposed to do what that guy did. But if word gets out that Junior was sick, and they ignored that by whatever the therapist said, and they continued the trial at that point, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people could be held accountable for this, even though they shouldn't be. It's just what I'm saying. A lot of people could be held accountable because they did send a couple of therapists and psychiatric people to take a look at Junior and test him and whatever, and they determined that he was competent enough to stand trial. So it could turn out that, you know what I'm saying, all this time he was actually sick. They could say that, you know what I mean? But in any case, they can't retry him at this point. They can't bring up another case because it wouldn't be, they just got to kind of leave Junior alone. So, because his competency is definitely in the record books now, because the police is definitely, it's in the record books. He wanders, whatever. Now it's, medical and all of that good stuff. It's in the record books now that he's on medication for all of this stuff. So what's the sense of even trying somebody that's like that? You know what I mean? So when it comes on to the other stuff that went on in this episode, Paulie versus whatever his name is, I can't remember his name right now, but I'm glad they came to terms, and then they didn't go further than that. But that dude he's got some anger issues, man, like on some serious shit. He's got some serious anger issues that he needs to work on. That man is come out of jail. He went to jail angry and he came out angry. It's just like, he will see people and just like, he's not waiting to be pushed. He just pushes. You know what I mean? So great episode, man. Great. It's the conversation that Tony was having with Junior at the end of the episode was really touching, because he's like, do you even love me, bro? You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like Junior was tearing up or whatever, but his lip started to tremble. I think he couldn't answer the question honestly, or maybe he feel hurt that his nephew is asking him that question. It's a situation where Tony is he's in a weird spiral, being the boss of the family and also dealing with all the other personal shit that comes with it. Losing Carmela, he knows that it's his fault. Even though he might not acknowledge it, he knows that it's his fault. And I think he's like to the point where he's just, he really does feel like he's alone and by himself, being rejected by Dr. Melfi. Like everything just kind of comes crashing down. And in some ways, I do feel sorry for him a little bit, because anytime a human is in need, like, my heart goes out to them. It's just how it is. Like, even if that person is like the most horrible person ever lived, for some reason, when those people are in pain, I still want to help in any way that I can. And that's me. Like, I don't know. It's not like I have a soft spot for bad people. I just have a soft spot for human beings. You know what I mean? And that's just me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm just sort of perfect. It's just my morals. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it. And that's the reason why I say certain things on this channel. People try to misconstrue what I say, or they misunderstand my argument or why I'm saying what I'm saying, and then they're like, oh, you're pretending and all this other stuff. Trust me, dude, if you get to know me in real life, I am like this. I'm the type of guy that if you call me in the middle of the night and you're in trouble, I'm there if we're friends. Let me just put that moniker behind it. If we are friends. I'm just kidding, man. Like, if you know me, I mean, you gotta know me to have my number to call me that late anyways, right? So we gotta be good friends. You know, I mean, if a random person calls me, say for instance somebody in trouble and they misdial my number, and they on the phone, it's like, you're the first person I call. It's like, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Right? I feel like, I don't even want to say I feel like. I think I know that about myself. I think that if somebody actually called me by mistake and they're in trouble and they misdial and dialed my number and they get me and they tell me that they're in trouble, I would ask them. I think I would. Listen, there's certain situation. The reason why I say and I think I would, you know what I'm saying, is because I don't believe that would ever happen. I don't think it would ever happen. But if it did, I'm positive that if I was in that position and that scenario is, I think I would act. I think I would help that person. I really do believe from the bottom of my heart that I would help that person. And there's a little bit of hesitancy there as well. But I think overall, in the heat of the moment and hearing that person in trouble, I think I would dive in. I think I would. I really do believe I would. So it's like, it's those situations, like you play out some scenarios in your head and you're like, would I? I believe I would. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was an excellent episode. Did we see the ladies this episode? I think the only lady we saw was Adriana. I don't even think Carmela was in this episode at all. Yeah, I don't think we saw Carmela at all during this episode. Interesting. It's probably the first episode we haven't seen Carmela at all, right? Or was she in the episode and I just don't remember? I think the only woman we saw in this episode was Adriana, because she's dealing with the FBI and stuff. Her and her handler. And then you had Janice. I think that was it. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, man, leave a like on the video, leave a comment. And I will catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace.